All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. I told y'all no promises. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Y'all gonna get this work today. How's everybody doing? Welcome in TikTok. Welcome in YouTube. Hey, hey, Chosen. Hey, Key. Hey, hey. Hey, Kay. Who's that? Latonlam. Hopefully I said that right. Hey, Skin Tight. Hey, hey, y'all. Your boy, Veronica. Hey, hey, Spark. I'm good. How are you guys doing? Y'all, so look, I literally just ate a few minutes ago, okay? Because I don't know about y'all and when it comes to entrepreneurship, but we're going to be real around here, okay? Sometimes when things don't go the way I need it to go, I am like in my head, I'm like, I need on my team on the line. What's going on, y'all? So it's 6 o'clock Vegas time, and I literally just ate for the first time for the day. Okay, that's to tell you how my day was going. And y'all see me doing my little, because you want to make sure you don't get like carpal tunnel and stuff like that. So I got to make sure I roll it out, right? I'm good, good, good. Hey, coach, I am in the 5-day vehicle challenge. Yes. She said, but I'm stuck. I need a book. I need to book a one-on-one. Why do you need to book a one-on-one? You need to ask questions in the group. That's what a group is for. Do you have access to all 10 videos chosen? Mula, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Shantae, I was just bad talking you, okay? I was telling them how y'all stressing me out. I literally just ate for the first time, okay? For the first time for the day. Because my team was like, don't look at this, look at this. How y'all expect me to keep up with what y'all talking about? Talking about, don't look at this. Now I go look at one thing, I'm stressed out. They get on the line, they're like, I told you don't look at that. You stressing out for no reason. And I'm like, what you mean? Good evening. How are you doing today? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Um, are all 10 videos on YouTube? What YouTube? Absolutely not on YouTube. So that is a paid program. It's called 5-day vehicle challenge. Those who purchase those videos have access to it. It keeps giving me the same response, but I know that's cap. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Welcome in TikTok. Hey, YouTube. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yep, exactly. All right, y'all. So y'all know we're gonna get into it. I know it's a Saturday. I'm gonna try not to keep y'all long because every time we get on here, y'all be firing off them questions, and I love it. 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 All right. So don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube. Don't forget to like, follow if you're on TikTok. I'm gonna be dropping as much gems as possible for you guys every single day. Okay. So everything that we do in this community is about no PG business credit, meaning no personal guarantee. Okay, so I ain't gonna call you Sugar Loaf today. Okay, Sugar Leaf. Yesterday, all day yesterday, I'm calling her Sugar Leaf or him or her Sugar Leaf. Anytime somebody said "What's good, Queen," that's usually a guy. So I'm gonna go with that being a guy. I'm gonna go with that being a guy. Yep. You see, I told you he said LOL him. Yep. 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 It's also the way that they talk. Hey, hey, y'all. All right. So business credit, y'all. Y'all know I like to get straight to the meat and potatoes. So if y'all have questions, y'all got pressing questions, drop y'all questions in the chat. My goal is to answer as many questions as possible for you guys to make sure that you guys are successful on your journey. Okay. Before we get started, for those of you guys who were asking about the business credit ebook, it's up. Currently, it's available, y'all. It's up now. So if you go to bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, you go on the ebook and then you see the full book. We also have, I'm excited about it. Thanks to Shante. We have approved corporate addresses in all 52 states, y'all. So if you guys are having a tough time finding a business address, go to the book, and we got addresses that you guys can use from the book. Okay. Everything about building business credit from tier 1 to tier 5, additional vendors that we give you guys as well too, understanding when to move on to the next tier, how to apply for things like your cage code, your UEI number. Is there a filter on YouTube? Because my teeth looking a little bit yellow, and I know my teeth is real white. Okay, TikTok, because I know it's white. But we gonna roll with it. It might be my screen. Oh, it's a light. Duh, the light is yellow. I'm like, why my teeth look like that? Y'all don't judge me, okay? I got white pearly teeth. It's the light. My bad. Anyway, so yes. So for those of you guys who have been asking about that, it is currently available now on bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. Okay. So yeah, let's get into some business credit, business funding. I bought the ebook earlier. Did you get the new copy chosen? Let me know if you got the new copy, because we sent out the new copies. So everybody who purchased the ebook in general should have gotten an email with the notification that all the updates inside of the book. So Chosen, tell us about the book. Do you like what's inside of the book? Do you feel like we need to add anything? We don't need to add nothing else. That book is like almost 100 pages. Okay, for an ebook, that is a big book. Okay. But just in case you feel like we need to, add some more things in there. Yes, it's updated. Yes. Okay, good. Amazing, 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 amazing. Thanks, Shantae, girl. Yeah, shake your booty, shake your booty. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love the gifts over on TikTok. It'd be like all these extra stuff. Chosen said too much sauce for $97. You know what, Chosen? You're right. Because I thought about putting the book price up, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it at $97. But don't be surprised if y'all look up and that book is $397, okay? Because yes, you are right. We went detail by detail by detail. Because as technology starts to evolve, it starts to become easier in a way for us to be able to create the digital products. But obviously, we got to go in and proof it and make sure the addresses is right and stuff. So it's still work that needs to be done behind it, right? Plus the designing of the book as well. But yes, too much sauce for $97. Absolutely. Mad love, y'all better go get it now. Look, because y'all know when y'all look up, and that happens all the time. So like my prices change. I may have something for one price and it goes up because of the value that's in the book, right? And then I got all these people coming to me saying, oh my gosh, the book was at this price. It's this price now. Can I get it for this price? Nope. You should have bought it when it was at that price. You should have definitely bought it when it was at that price. Because it's just about being fair to everybody else. If I make an exception for you, I got to make an exception for you. I got to make an exception for you. Now, certain things like, we do have, like we can do like payment plans, right? So like if it's our bigger packages, such as like us building our business credit for you guys, now we can work out a payment plan. We can send you guys some invoices. Absolutely, right? But digital products is a little bit different because you guys have the actual product immediately. So yeah, there's no change in that. All right. But yeah, so it's $97 today. We don't know what's going to be on Monday. I'm going to leave that up to Shantae, okay? But yes, y'all, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. Go to business credit ebook, and the book is live, okay? All right, y'all, let's get into some business credit stuff. I love assisting y'all. Shantae start laughing. I love assisting y'all. So start dropping y'all questions. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What questions do you guys have for me? So I'll kick it off. Okay, I'll kick it off based on what you guys have been asking us so far. Okay. And as you guys come in, definitely drop your questions. Let's get active. You guys are here. Let's not make it let's not sleep on having access to me. Okay. Let's not sleep on having access to me. So yes. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, y'all, let's go. I'm ready to go when y'all ready to go. Okay, so business credit. Now, when it comes to, actually, I want to go to the address because there's still so many people asking questions about business addresses. So I want to kind of break that down for you guys just in a little bit more detail, right? Okay, so for instance, when we go about getting business addresses, The way that we do that is um, utilizing the address without having to pay for it immediately, right? Because nothing is really going to those spaces immediately. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you find a good address. So when we Google the address, it should come up like as a corporate office. So we want to make sure we're getting a good address. We want to know what company it is with, right? So when it is time for us to actually utilize the address and pay for it, we at least know what company it is, so we can just go and pay whatever the amount of money it is to the company in order for us to actually utilize the address to get, if you have like an important package just coming to the office that they don't want to send to your home, then you can utilize the address. So a lot of you guys are confused about that, right? I'm gonna give you guys a more in-depth breakdown. So the more in-depth breakdown is we have companies such as Opus, WeWork, Regis, Alliance, right? We know those are actual companies. What we want to do is we go find an address. It's kind of like you looking for an address, right? You're looking for an address. Why is my phone dying? One second here, y'all. I thought it was plugged in. Okay, perfect. So you're looking for a business address. So it's kind of like you scouting, right? So you go to one location, two locations, three locations to see what the location is about, right? And then you finally make up your mind on what location that you want to go to. But remember, you still have access to the location because you have the address, city, state, zip code of the address, because you go into all these different places and looking for these addresses, right? And looking at these addresses, I should say. So it's no different when it comes to actually putting it on your corporate documentation. And then eventually you're gonna decide that, okay, this is a location that I want to use. I'm gonna pay, if it's a $47, $97 for whatever amount of months that you want to have mail and stuff come there, right? They also have these corporate addresses where they will pick up your mail and stuff for you as well too. Yes, they will get your mail and stuff for you, so that way you guys do not have to worry about things like that. Okay, let me see. Is this a good address? So I don't know if that's a good address, right? Because that comes down to an address search, and that's not what I'm. So I don't know if it's a good address. I've never looked at the address, and I cannot tell you if it's a good address. I see two people drop about good addresses. I have no idea because I didn't. That entails me doing a search of the address, and doing a breakdown of that, right? Which is not what we're doing. So if you want to know about an address, you can book a consultation with me. Or again, we now have that ebook out that have good addresses. So this live, I want to go over with you guys with business credit, and how business credit can help you guys. But as far as addresses, that's something I got to search. We got to do all this extra work for. And that's a little bit different. So I recommend booking a consultation if you want me to look at a specific address for you. Or you can just utilize the ebook that has the address, all the vetted addresses in there already. Okay. Have you heard about Anytime Mailbox? Are they good? Is it a corporate mailbox? I've heard of Anytime Mailbox, and exactly what it is exactly what it is. Anytime Mailbox. Okay. So a mailbox is not what we're looking for. We're looking for an office space or a co-working space. Anytime Mailbox is no difference than iPostal or all them PO boxes. So Anytime Mailbox, you should never have anything that has a mailbox, right? We're looking for corporate addresses. So you kind of said it too, corporate mailbox. We're not looking for a corporate mailbox. We're looking for a corporate office, a co-working space, not a mailbox, okay? So yes, Anytime Mailbox, it is not it. Absolutely not. Anytime Mailbox is a virtual box that will get you flagged when it comes to building no PG business credit. Okay. LOL, running from anything. Exactly. Running from running from anything, anytime. Exactly. Anytime Mailbox, iPostal, all those things do not work, y'all. Those are things that's getting y'all flagged. Somebody said, what about? Absolutely not iPostal. iPostal has 99.9% of bad addresses. Okay. Now they do have that 1% of good addresses, where if you actually, because so the thing with iPostal is that you have to do like so much search to find you a good address, right? But they have 99.9% of bad addresses. So that 1%, you got to do some work to find that 1%. Okay. But no, those are not good options when it comes to utilizing it to build business credit. You will have a lot of people that will tell you get a $7 mailbox, get a $9 PO box. That's because they're doing PG business credit, right? PG business credit means personal guarantee. So nobody cares if you're utilizing the dental office next door. They just care about your social security number. So whenever y'all doing PG business credit, understand that everything that I'm teaching does not matter, right? Well, for the most part, some of it matters, but for the most part, it doesn't, because they don't care about the box that you have next door. They care that they have your social security number. Your social security number trumps your EIN when you PG things. So it trumps it. So they have access to your social. They know that if something happens and you default on it, it's going straight on your personal credit, right? Versus the way that we're doing it, where if you default on something, it's not going anywhere, possibly your business, right? Because some of these things do not even report onto your business. So like Amazon Pay by Invoice, we've been talking about Amazon Pay by Invoice for the past couple of days. I'm not telling you guys to do this, right? But in the event you default on Amazon Pay by Invoice, it's not going anywhere. It's not going on your business credit, okay? It's not going anywhere, right? Versus had you PG that, and then they have access to your social, now they're reporting it on your business bureau. Make sense, y'all? I mean, on the personal bureau, on your personal credit side, okay? Is the word detailing a high risk category like car detailing? So here's the thing, right? I want you guys to think a high risk category of anything that can cause people or situations. Let me figure out the right words for you. But yes, detailing is considered high risk, but I want to explain that to you, right? So think of high risk. Anything that can cause a problem or can put you in a bad position is considered high risk, right? So for instance, I get my cars detailed. I pay attention to my cars. Some of my cars are wrapped. Had I bring my car to the dealership or the detailing place in one piece, and then they bring it through a machine that they have no business bringing it through, and they rip my wrap, guess who's paying for that? Not me. The detailing company has to pay for that, right? So now that turns into a whole nother story. You got to talk to the manager or whoever. So yes, that is considered high risk. So this is how I want you guys to think about high risk industries. Anything that can put you guys in a position where okay, so for like food, so like a lot of you guys ask me about health, doing like supplements and stuff. Let me get allergic reaction off of a supplement, and then obviously it's considered high risk, because this is how they look at it. Because I got an allergic reaction to your supplement. Now God forbid I'm in the hospital, and now I turn around, I'm suing your company because the supplements put me in the hospital. So think of high risk of things that people that can put you in a position where people can come back and sue you faster than others, right? So for instance, if you're doing consultations, that's not considered high risk, because me and you had a one-on-one, it may be recorded. It's not high risk. When you're dealing with health and fitness, and I break a leg or something, now I'm suing the trainer, because the trainer is the one that had me doing the work, right? If I'm doing cleaning, putting the name cleaning is high risk. Why is that high risk? You go to somebody's house, you knock over a $2,000 lamp. Guess who has to pay for that? I'm not paying for my $2,000 lamp that you knocked over. You're gonna have to pay for my $2,000 lamp that you knocked over. Okay? So think of high risk of things like that, things that put you in a position where things can possibly go wrong. All right, let's see here. And what's up, Coach? This is Lynn, by the way. Hey, how you doing? Understood. But how would you explain to lenders what your company does if it do detailing? Okay, so the question is, how do you explain to lenders what your company does if you do detailing, right? And that's always a great question. So then I always turn that question back to y'all, right? So Houston tattoo artist, right? So I always turn that question back to you guys. So let me ask you a question. You're doing detailing, right? Would you be hiring people? Right? Outside of hiring people, would you have to like deal with specific lenders and not lenders, excuse me, specific vendors to get supplies, right? So now you consulting with them and they're consulting with you on what your business need, right? Hiring employees means that you have to manage these people, right? Management consultant. You guys overthink the process. We have to stop overthinking the process. 100% of businesses in America can be considered management consultant. It's just all about how you explain it. Management consultant. You say, well, how do I explain it to lenders? This is how you explain it to lenders. So, Mr. Houston Tact, I see your business. What exactly do you do? Right? We notice you do detailing, right? That's what you said your business is. Yeah, I just I teach people how, and because you are teaching people, because sometimes you have to train these people, right? So I teach people how to properly let me get the right wording for you, because you can do it along the lines of teaching people how to grow and scale their own businesses, right? That's if you're teaching people how to actually grow and scale their business while they're working with you, right? But if you're hiring employees, most of your employees got to go through some sort of training, right? Don't matter what the training is. You may have to see them wash a car too. You may have to see them detail a wheel or something, right? No, yes, no, maybe so, right? So now your wordings is exactly that. So you don't have to always add detailing inside of it. Now you're saying that you teach people how to create jobs, how to create business, teach people how to grow and scale. That's exactly what you're doing. We just leaving out the word detailing. We just leaving out the word detailing, right? For you to explain to them what it is that you do. Because you have employees. You got to manage those employees. You got to consult with your employees. You got to consult with your vendors. It's all about how you use the word. And actually, let me get where's I dang it, I don't got my other phone. Um Let me show you something. Well, you can't see it, but all right. So you can't see it on your end, right? Uh Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. Ooh. So look, this is what you're gonna tell the lenders, right? That was a good one, actually. That was a really good one. Where's my you? Oh, you guys are over here. Over here. So this is a good one, right? So you know that you do detailing. So now you can say that you do professional appearance management. Professional appearance management. Appearance has to deal with the vehicles, right? Professional appearance management. Focusing on managing and improving the aesthetic aspect without listen here now. Y'all got to get creative. All right. Another one, aesthetic, ex, aesthetic enhancement solutions. Detailing. A general term that converts the word without pointing directly to vehicle or cleaning. We got to get creative. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? right? Does that make sense? Um, so you can categorize it however you want to, right? But just don't put yourself in a high risk category. What about beauty care? Beauty care is absolutely high risk. What if you burn me or something? That's considered high risk. Beauty, the word beauty is high risk. So you want to utilize something that's not beauty, right? So for instance, let me think of a popular brand, Kaleidoscope. Nothing in there that the name says Kaleidoscope Beauty. No, it says Kaleidoscope. See how the name is generic? Carol's Daughter. Carol's Daughter doesn't say hair cream. It says Carol's Daughter, right? What's another one? What's another big brand? Anyways, point taken, right? They don't have beauty in the name. It says Kaleidoscope. It says um, um, what's it says Kaleidoscope, or it says Carol's Daughter. It's a generic business name. They can do whatever they want to do under that. Okay. Do you have a package where you create scripts for us for lenders? Yes, absolutely, we do. um Shea moisturizer, right? That's just a popular brand that's been around for a very long time. Oh, okay, okay, thank you. I just know they look at my socials. What do you mean look at your socials? Like your social media? So even if they look at your social media, what is different? You have a detailing card there, or you detailing a car, right? What is different with them looking at your social? Specialized, professional performance management is no different. You're overthinking this whole entire process. You're overthinking the whole process. My website and socials, like they did for my design company, you're overthinking the process, right? When it comes to doing exactly what you said that you're doing, you just don't put yourself in a high risk category, meaning that your NIAC code and your SIC code should not be under detailing, right? Because that is considered high risk. What you put on your website and your social is something totally different. You have to understand what they're actually looking at. Like going to the banks. When you go to the banks and the banks start asking you a bunch of questions, right? The banks start asking you a bunch of questions because they're probing. So what you say to the bank is what the bank is going to put the category under. Cool beans? Okay. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Whatever you teach matters, period. Come on, Coach B. Thank you. You never failed me. I would hate to fail you. That's not the goal. The goal is never to fail y'all. Absolutely not. I missed out on the Amazon pay by invoice. Could you please give us a brief? So I don't want to give you brief because this is not brief. It's not something brief. Okay. The only thing I will say I will give you brief is that Amazon pay by invoice is a way for you to be able to get a line of credit with Amazon in order for you to be able to furnish your property or your Airbnb or whatever within 48 to 72 hours. You never want to furnish a property more than 72 hours, right? We want to make sure we have everything in place. But as far as giving you a brief synopsis of it, I can't do that. I want you to go back and watch the video. The only brief stuff I can give you is what I just gave you as far as what exactly it is. But I want you to go back and watch the videos because the video is saved. It's saved. I want you to go back and watch the video on YouTube and watch how to properly do it. I don't want to give you a brief wording because that doesn't work in your favor. High is financial services 20,000% high risk. Financial services is like credit repair, high risk. Okay, high risk. Hi, thank you, no love. You did show me some love. I love it. If I were to rent out a detailing van, what documents and findings would I need to in order to do so? If you were to rent out a detailer van, what documents? feel what I need in order to do so. I don't quite understand the question. If you're renting out a detailing van, what documents? Well, you got to get the van first. So is that what you're asking me? And filings what I need in order to do so. Yeah, no, I'm not necessarily understanding that question because you got to get the van first. So maybe I'm a little slow today. Don't rent it out, buy it out, cash. Coach taught me that. So it depends, okay? Um, don't rent it out, buy it out, cash. So things like that makes more sense, right? The detail inside of it because you make more money, especially if it's not a van that you can make money on immediately. Meaning, like you can put it up like on Toro or Hire Car or one of those platforms. And yes, that makes sense. Absolutely. Um, da da da. This is good. Okay. Disclaimer: high risk comes with transparency, advising to consult with a medical professional before use. Even hair care products can be. Let me reread that. Oh, are you telling them to put a disclaimer in their contract? Because that would be great. That's what I do too. I definitely put disclaimers in mine, 100%. Now this one depends because it was for work. I got my two Toro fleet. Yes, exactly. So that makes sense, right? Because if it's for work and you're not necessarily making money off of it, you want to buy it out 100%. So that one I actually did not use ChatGPT for that prompt. There's more advanced platforms than ChatGPT. How do you get funds for your business when your credit is not good? So JC Place, welcome. Okay, great question. So we don't utilize personal credit. Okay, we only utilize business credit. Hence why we have to build business credit from tier 1 to tier 5. Okay, if you're in a brand new business stage and you're looking to get funding right now, I will recommend like fintech type things or crowdfunding, right? So for instance, once you get off this live today, go sign up for kiva.org. That's kiva.org. Okay, they'll give you up to like 10 to $15,000, but you have to go through the process with them. So it can take you about 3 weeks to a month to get the funding that you need from them, right? But that's now $10,000 or $15,000 that you didn't have before. There's so many different companies. You can do Fair Figure, right? Fair Figure will eventually give you funding. I talk a lot about merchant money. I personally have never taken out a loan from the bank. Never. Never. I became my own bank at one point, but I utilized the no PG funding aspect of it to be able to do so. Now I'm actually doing a lot more when it comes to grants, right? I talked to you guys about Renee Bob training. She's one of my coaches and she also does grants on me. I also have another grant person here in the Vegas area. This is free money. Free money that I'll be able to market the way I want to market. But I have personally never taken, I went to the bank and say, hey, I need money. I became my own bank when I started making money because I prefer to borrow from myself versus borrowing from the bank, right? Also, what you want to do is you want to like merchant accounts are a big one. Now, I have done a lot of merchant, we call it magic merchant money, right? So if you're making money, they will give you more money, right? They would extend money to you. That's not going to the bank. That's just me personally. Would I be at the bank at a later time? I have no idea, possibly, right? So recently I got an opportunity to do a $2 million project, but they wanted $2 million cash, right? Now, could you have liquidated $2 million? Absolutely, right? For those of you guys who don't know how to liquidate, right? You got credit cards, you got not lines of credit like magic merchant money, you got I guess line of credit too, but I've never done like lines of credit. But yes, could you have liquidated $2 million? Yes, but it was a time frame and when they needed. Who in the world, I know I don't, got $2 million just sitting to say, here, let me go to the bank, write you a check. Here's the $2 million, right? Now, could I have liquidated the $2 million? Yes, I could have liquidated the $2 million, but the time frame in which they wanted $2 million, yeah, no, I'll pass. Okay, catch me next year. Catch me next year. Okay, catch me next year. um, yes, so kava.org. Yes, kava.org. Thank you. Let's see. Um, I didn't use ChatGPT for this one, y'all, but good old ChatGPT. I do love me some ChatGPT. Absolutely. Essential oil seems harmless. However, can definitely seems harmless, right? Somebody put that like me. My skin is super sensitive, right? And I get breakouts really, really quick. So recently, I completely switched out my face regimen where I was trying to like I don't know what I was trying to do. I was listening to what other people were saying. My whole face started breaking out, right? And I had to go back to what works for me. So now it's like healing under, right? Because remember, your skin has a lot to do with like your pores and stuff like that. So now I had to go back now and heal from like the proper products that I usually use because it's softer on my skin. There's a popular company, I forgot the name, but it's predominantly for Black people. Y'all, I went and bought that product during the pandemic, right? It was when everybody was utilizing their products. I'm like, okay, Black people, we got it. Nope, that whole thing started eating in my face. Now, when you see reviews, you see a lot of people talk about, it works for them. When I say my face was being eaten, y'all, it was like, no, like my skin was like burned. I got to go back and show y'all them photos. It was horrible, right? Horrible. And I had a girl from she's in North Carolina, serving faces. So I always go to her, serving faces. She did a consultation with me over the phone, and she provided some products to me that I still use till this day. I don't know why sometimes I try to veer away from the products because then anything else messes up my face. So yeah, essential oils may seem harmless, but it's really not, y'all. Let something go left and people are coming after you. I established a non-emergency transportation business in 2020. The name is People Ride Transit Services. High risk. Y'all, and why do y'all feel y'all have to put the type of business in the business name? People Ride Transit Services. That's high risk. It's high risk. You could have had it as ride people services or people something services, right? You don't have to put the name of the business in the business. It's all about how you brand it. It's all about your SEO. Again, Her Secret Vault. How many of you guys know Her Secret Vault is business credit, consultation, ebooks outside of you now knowing my brand? Nobody, right? Um, since establishing, I have learned that the word transportation is considered high risk. Yes. And should I go, how should I go about making a change? So you have to do a business name change with the Secretary of State and the IRS. Okay. Every state is different. You can actually call the Secretary of State. You can send in a documentation, which is like the 8822 form, I believe it is. I'll double check it for you. Or you can walk into the Secretary of State. Every state is different. Some people want to sell their detailing van that's fully equipped. Exactly. I was thinking about, yes, yes, yes. That's a good idea. So if you guys are looking for specific stuff like detailing van, there are people who are selling it. People who went out of business. Go to Facebook Marketplace, right? Go online and put detailing van for sale. Absolutely. Will you repeat the name again? What name? Hey, Coach. Good evening. Good evening. When building your business, the business credit, do you recommend we should be working on building our personal credit at the same time of working on building personal credit, working on business if personal credit score is low? So I'm gonna be honest with you, no, right? However, do I have good credit? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I know when I'll need it? I have no idea, right? But there may be bigger projects outside of business, right? Because we're thinking business, but what about on the personal side? Let's say I want to get into, well, no, my real estate investment I'm doing right now is under my business. I'm trying to get a good example, but Let's say I just wanted to have good personal credit for my daughter. Okay, that's a good one. Have good personal credit to put my daughter on my personal credit so when she get older, she can leverage personal credit. Absolutely. Am I telling you guys not to have good personal credit? I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you that we do not use it in this community. So should you build it at the same time? You can. Is it necessarily necessary? It is not. But everybody should still have good personal credit, but it's not something that would affect you of building business credit, especially the way that we're going about doing it, because we're doing no PG business credit. Okay. Let's see. Fair Figure requires you to give them access to your bank account in order for them to determine how much capital they can approve for business. But your business is but your business is brand new and has no revenue. So yes, not yes, sorry, not necessarily. That's not what they want your banking information for. When they do fund you, they want to know that you have an account where they can get their money back from, right? So not necessarily. If you don't have funds, still connect the banks. Even with different brand new businesses that I have that I'm building out. I'm building out business credit for my daughter business. We have it. So that's not necessarily. It's like other people. They want access to your bank account information because they want to know that you have an actual bank account where they can get their money back, right? Yes, add a disclaimer. Absolutely. I totally agree with adding the disclaimer, 200%. Hey coach, if I decided to use my daughter's name as a business name, would that be considered maybe high risk? Well, I was about to say no, but what's your daughter's name? Because my daughter's business is incorporated, Jalea Edwards Jordan. That's not high risk, that's her name. Now, if your daughter is Portia Levante, we know that's high risk, right? I don't think that's the name of your daughter. No shade, but I'm just saying. Then no, you do not want to. You do not want to incorporate Portia Levante, right? Portia Levante Enterprise. That is car names, which can be deemed high risk. Right. So that's not high risk. Her name is not high risk. No, I would incorporate that, right? Is BOJ properties. Properties is high risk. Okay. High risk. Yes. Properties is high risk. If you guys look at people who have property management companies, you notice that the companies don't necessarily say property management, right? So had it have been BOJ's management, right? That's a little bit different. And now you're doing property management under BOJ's. Properties is considered high risk, not Portia Levante. I'm just saying you don't want to incorporate Portia Levante. Okay, that is considered high risk. So is it the business name or somebody comment because I can't see? There we go. So is it a business name or the NIAC code that is being considered high risk? Both. Both. You cannot name your business SNS transportation. Transportation is high. So okay, let me break it down for you. Transportation itself is high risk, which is already going to put you in a high risk NIAC code, right? Because if somebody's looking at I'm gonna just use BOJ transportation, it automatically puts you in a high risk category because transportation is high risk. So obviously anybody that you guys are working with is already going to know that your transportation, the banks are going to put you in a transportation high risk code. The NIAC code system when you're doing Dun and Bradstreet NAV is already putting you in high risk. Thank you, Shante. Your Experian and business account is putting you in high risk code already by itself. They don't need you to tell them. They don't need you to put the code. You already told them you high risk because you do transportation. So both. The name is where it starts first. So it starts with the name because you remember when we're looking to start a business, we don't start with going and just getting to incorporating a name. We don't start there. We start with searching for the business address, making sure we have a good business address. That's our first step, right? Second step is then we have the business name. Now we want to make sure we do the search on the business name to make sure everything comes back good. There's no competition. It's not considered high risk, right? From there, no, let me back that up. business address. That's number one. Okay. Number two, I would say, is your domain, because if the domain is not available, then having the name means nothing. Okay. So you want to make sure the domain is available. So the domain and the name comes together, right? So you do a search on Google so you check GoDaddy first to make sure the domain is available, right? And then simultaneously you check Google to make sure that there's no competition with that name. So you do both of them together. So you know the domain is available. The name is also good online. I'm buying both of them at the same time. Right? That's how important that is. With the name and the domain, now I need a business email. Gmail, Hotmail, all that other stuff does not work for no PG when you guys are submitting for vehicle, property, so on and so forth. Okay? Then from there, we want to make sure we have a toll-free number. Toll-free numbers are important. Why? Because cell phone numbers tells them that you are not serious about your business. You have a cell phone number that any person could call you from. Do not use that on your application. You want your business to seem bigger than what it actually is. Okay? From there, we go and we incorporate the business. Okay. So a lot of you guys are running to incorporate the business without these important steps. Here's why we wait until now to incorporate, right? Because now we incorporate. We also want to make sure we have a proper NIAC code before we incorporate, right? So we have all these steps, including our NIAC codes, before incorporating. Here's why we do all of this before we incorporate. Because what they're going to ask you for when you're looking to incorporate that business name, we know the business name is good to go. Okay. They're going to ask you for your business address. Most of you guys end up putting your home address on there because you don't have a business address. You did not do the work in the beginning. So you put your home address, which puts you in a position where if I was to look up your business right now and you owe me money, I'm coming to your door. I mean, I am not personally coming to your door. I would just chalk it up as a tax write-off. But I'm just saying, the average person, the average person that's not Patrice Jordan is coming to your door because you put your home address on your corporate documentation, which is public information. If you guys search Her Secret Vault right now, you're going to see my corporate address. It is public information. It is public information on the Secretary of State. So now we have the business name, we have the business the business address. We have the business address. Now it asks you for the officer's phone number. The officer's phone number should be the business phone number. How many of you guys ever went to so this is the Secretary of State, right? Then part of this, it asks you what line of business you're in, hence your NIAC code, right? And your SIC code. Have any of you guys on here ever did your IRS documentation? Remember, your IRS paperwork is free online, right? Have you ever done your IRS paperwork and then you look up and your home address is on the IRS paperwork? Who has ever made that mistake before? Because they ask you about the business information, then they ask you about the officer's information. The officer's information, you guys put your home address on there. So now that became public documentation. The officer is the business. The officer works for the business. Why are you putting your home address as the officer? Because you guys are so busy saying, I'm the owner, I own this, I own it, I own it. Y'all put yourself in a position where now on your EIN documentation, we now have access to your home address. That now becomes public information. Okay. From there, the Secretary of State and the IRS are both going to ask you for an email where they can email you your documentation, right? Hence why we want to have the email ahead of time. Or they can fax it to you where you will get it the same exact day. Hence the toll-free number. The toll-free number I use is Grasshopper. Grasshopper comes with a fax number as an add-on. So I can give them my fax number right as I'm on the phone with them or right as I'm doing the paperwork, and I get that in 2.2 seconds. This is why it all makes sense. Everything needs to be done first before you guys incorporate. A lot of you guys are running to incorporate, and then you leave out all the most important details at the very top. We got to make it make sense. Can this information be found in the free business free business blueprint. Yes, absolutely. How to structure your business. Free business credit blueprint. Absolutely. If you go to the website, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, you're going to get a pop-up. When you get the pop-up, it's a free structure ebook. Go get your free structure ebook. Yes, it can be found in my free ebook. Absolutely. Let's see. Is there a major difference between a corporation than an LLC? Huge difference. Huge difference. Major difference is not even the word. Huge difference, right? The number one thing I will give you is for tax benefits. Okay? Huge difference. C Corps are different than S Corps, right? The more you really get into C Corps, you realize that C Corps can be done like a holding. Y'all, let me tell y'all, first and foremost, I am learning from, look, yes, to answer your question, yes, because I was starting to get so detailed on y'all, so I got to remember to bring myself back, okay? But to answer your question, yes, there's a major difference between an LLC and an incorporation. What does an LLC stand for? Limited liability company. Limited. Remember that key word, limited liability. So there's still major liability that can happen with an LLC versus an incorporation. Huge difference. Okay. Add a disclaimer to who thanks. So disclaimers, you guys should just have disclaimers in general. If you guys are doing coaching, beauty products, you should have a disclaimer. So like for instance, when you go to restaurants or you go to a retreat, right, they ask you if you're allergic to anything, right? So they make sure that they ask that question. So if you check off no and you go to that retreat and you get sick because you're allergic to nuts, but you told them that you were not allergic, that doesn't fall on them. That falls on you. That's negligence on your part, not the people who asked you if you were allergic to anything and you put no, right? You may not even know that you're allergic to anything. And then you go to the retreat and you're like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm not allergic to anything. And then something that they put in the food you're allergic to, but guess what? They already have a waiver stating that you're not allergic to anything. That's negligence. So even if you were to try to go and sue them, you will lose because you checked off that you were not allergic to anything. Another thing, I do investment properties. One of the apps that I utilize is called Swimply. It's me renting out my pool to people, right? In all these different investment property, we're renting out the pool to people. Guess what? When they come, they have to sign a disclaimer. The disclaimer is that you are utilizing this pool at your own risk. Something happens that does not fall back on me. Not that we ever want anything to happen. This is why I have cameras in the back also. I have cameras all over my properties, but I have cameras in the back. So in the event, something, I'm either rushing there or I'm calling 911, something, right? You have to put disclaimers to cover you. When you start to get into doing like consulting and stuff like that, I have personally had this happen to me before where I had to put fraud preventions on my site. This is why a lot of you guys right now try to run your cars on my site and you cannot, right? You cannot, because I have fraud prevention. I had before I was hip to the game, y'all, I had people that was doing major chargebacks, right? If you're in that field, I don't want to say it comes with the territory, right? But you didn't find yourself in a position to protect yourself, because people will do evil stuff. And that's the way I see it, because I don't do stuff like that to people. If you have an issue, reach out to us, allow us to help you. People don't do that. They get your services for $5,000 or whatever amount of dollar it is. You do all the work for them, and then they look up and say, "Oh, this was fraud." Say what? So I have so many preventions on my site where some of you guys try to run your card, and then I will have people will email me say, "Hey, I tried to run my card. It's not going through." Yeah, because something does not match. I'm not pressed for money. I'm not pressed, okay? You not gonna keep playing me like I'm some type of little dog out here, okay? We gonna protect our business at any means necessary. Disclaimer, there's a disclaimer on my website when it comes to ebooks, right? You can't buy an ebook, download the ebook, and then say, Oh, the ebook only have 82 pages. I thought it was going to have 200 pages. Where was it marketed that you're going to get an ebook for 200 pages? Did you learn anything? Well, yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of stuff, but I thought it was going to have more pages. That don't make no sense to me. Even if the ebook had one page in it, did you learn anything? You learned something? Did you at least learn at least 90% or 80% of the information that was in there? Yeah, but I mean, I'll expect to get the additional 10%. I already knew the additional 10%. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound crazy. And the more that y'all don't realize that karma, listen here. I don't know why TikTok does this. I got to always put this thing over here. I am a firm believer in karma. I do not like doing people wrong. I do not. I promise y'all. If there's an issue, reach out to me and my team. I promise you we'll get a handle for you. I believe in karma like a mother. Okay. I do not like doing people wrong at all. But I tell you what, when people do wrong, and I see that a lot. So I'm gonna share a quick story with y'all. I know I'm getting off track a little bit, but when I first got into doing business credit, I started building business credit for people. I forgot the number of the package, but I want to say probably I want to say 2,000. That's not the number, but I'm just want to say 2,000. I had this girl that I built out all the business credit for her. We got her the Paydex score, whatever. She turned around, did a chargeback, right? For the work. So we did all the work. It's not like they did the work. We did the work, right? We did all the work for her. She turned around, she did a chargeback. Disappeared, right? Now she out there scamming people. Like so many people talk about her. She has a bad name for herself right now. So to the point where she had to close down her business. I think she's doing something totally different right now because karma is a mother. Okay. Did a chargeback on me for all this work that I've done to be able to build her business credit and all this other stuff. No worries. I'm not the person that like cries about spilled milk. Absolutely not. I'm not the person that get even either. That's not me at all. I'm not like, oh, tit for tat, you do me, I do you. Absolutely not. Could I went and did a bad review? Could I went and blasted her? Yeah, absolutely. But I believe in karma. I tell y'all that month that lady did that charge back on me for $2,500. I think it was like $2,500. I was only 5 months into business, brand new business, right? So imagine a brand new business getting hit with $2,500. That's no little bit of money as a new business. But guess what? That month, only by the grace of God, I know it was by the grace of God, I made $100,000 that month off of a $2,500 chargeback. $100,000 that month after getting a $2,500 chargeback from that girl. Literally, after I got the chargeback, my sales just started growing. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's high. What am I going to do? Nope. I truly believe in karma, y'all. I don't do people wrong. I promise y'all I don't. And if I do, please forgive me. I apologize if there's anybody on here where you felt like my team dropped the ball, we didn't do something wrong, send us an email, address it to me like, hey, Miss Patrice, the team said this, address the email to me. I'll fix it because I strongly believe in not doing people wrong. Like I'm a big believer on that. When I say I'm a big believer in that, I'm a big believer in that. This is why I'm always so calm. I am that personality. Okay. Now behind the scenes with my team, it's a little bit different, but I'm always that calm person in the face of things, right? So like you ever and I always tell the story, so well, not always, but have y'all ever been to an event where a fight or something breaks out, right? And everybody's all rah and there's that one person that's sitting in the corner, right, that's not saying nothing. You know why? Because we observing the scene. That's me. I'm always that person. Not saying I was in that situation, but I'm always that person. I don't get in the mix. I pay attention. Now, let's just say hypothetically is with my family. Something breaks out. My sisters are very rowdy. I am not. They going blah, blah, blah with the people. I'm sitting back in the cut. The reason why you have people that sit back in the cut because they're looking at the situation. Okay. Because my sister's going back and forth like this, and I'm sitting back because I'm like, okay, it's two of y'all over here, two of y'all over here. I'm watching to see who swing first. Y'all gotta pick y'all battles, right? Because when y'all do all of this, all right, when y'all do all of this, then you got two other people over here that's sneaking you. Y'all gotta You got to pay attention to your surroundings. I'll be that person. I'm paying attention to the surroundings, right? Okay, let's see. La 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 la. My registered agent address is on my state filing. So your registered agent is fine. So you have your state address and your registered agent address. It should not be one of the same. Can you take negative things off your business credit? Yes, you can. So we have a dispute ebook. So how to dispute negative items off of your ebook. That's also on the site, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. Yes, very observant. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Right? Somebody has to be, right? Not everybody can be all rah-rah. Somebody got to pay attention to what's happening. Let's see. Consult with business attorney to help you with creating disclaimer. You don't need a business attorney for that. We got too much AI system over here. We got Chat GPT, we got Gemini, you name it, we got it. You don't need an attorney to do that. I really appreciate you. I wish I had where somebody comment, I can't see. I really appreciate you. I wish I had known about you in 2022, but I got you. Thank you. You're welcome. You know about me now. Absolutely. Let me see you guys over here. Hey, coach, I remember you talked about that. Right. It was like 3 years ago. Like these people be trying it. They be trying it. Hey, coach, I'm late. The 5-day vehicle challenge got me stuck. LOL. I do have questions. Yes. So make sure that you go join the group. There's a Facebook page. There's a Facebook page. Go join the group. But I will say this, do not ask questions until you are finished, because I'm sure those questions that you have, it's probably already answered for you in the 5-day vehicle challenge. Because remember, it's no longer 5 days, it's 10 days. Okay. So take your time. Don't rush it, Kimberly. Don't rush it. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Where's a good place to get a disclaimer, or how do we learn about? Look, we got so much AI tools out there. Go to Chat GPT, it creates contracts, whatever, and a whole bunch of other stuff. What is the group? The group is only for people who have purchased a 5-day vehicle challenge. If you purchase a 5-day vehicle challenge, then you got the link. Okay, don't try to trick me to give you the link now. Hey, I'm new, found you through my coach Renee. Hey, welcome, Erica. Yeah, let's welcome Erica, please. The questions was for here. The questions was for here. No, don't ask no questions here. You got to go through the 5-day vehicle challenge in depth. Okay, in depth. You said any suggestions? Suggestions on what? Okay, so maybe I can help you with that. Erica, you got people welcoming you over here too, Erica. They said welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Creation, karma isn't. Look, listen, karma is something that people listen here, okay? I don't play with people time, people money, people children, okay? Absolutely not. Erica said, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So when a person use an EIN to purchase a home, are they paying for the home with business credit? So let me explain that to you, Bridget. So it's a bunch of different options, because we're doing that right now, right? So here's how EIN purchases work when it comes to home. There's options, okay? Have you ever heard of no documentation loans? I'm giving you a few options. So there's some companies that do no documentation loans, meaning that you don't have to show no financials to them, right? So they're not looking at no finance, they're only looking at, they only want your business EIN and stuff like that. But here's the thing with most of those companies. They also do what we consider a soft pull into your personal credit, right? So they would, so let me tell you, I hate when people say, yes, this is under your EIN only. This will never affect your personal credit. It will never affect your personal credit until you default on it, right? So one of my students, and I'll be talking about this on Saturday, Sunday for the extreme unit. Today's Saturday? What today's? Today's Saturday. Damn it, I got class tomorrow. So one of my students put me in touch with this guy who does Airbnb. and she wanted me to find out more information, right? Dang, I'm glad I'm on here because I thought today was Friday. I would have missed my whole class tomorrow. Um, yes, so he said that he do no documentation for Airbnb. I told my student, give me the number, let me have the conversation with the person. I called the guy, had the conversation with him. He was like, yeah, our program is very easy, no documentation, EIN only. It doesn't affect your personal credit, blah, 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 blah. Now, y'all know me. I'm a coach. I'm a dive deeper. Okay, no problem. So you guys don't utilize social security number at all. Well, yeah, I mean, we do need your social security number. We'll do like a soft poll. You got to have at least a 680 credit score. Huh? Right? That's considered personal guarantee. But he's insistent that it does not affect your personal credit. It does not show up on your personal credit. So I asked that $1 million question because people think they can get around just giving people wrong information. I asked that $1 million question. I said, so what about if I default on it on my business? Does it report on my personal? Well, I mean, yeah, it's going to report. So it's personal guarantee. Like, what are y'all telling people? And y'all have to understand how this stuff works. People love to tell y'all it does not affect your personal. It does not show up on your personal. It may not show up on your personal when it's good. It will show up on your personal credit when it's bad. Okay. Going back to the person that was asking about the house. So that's just one way, right? There's also a no, and plus with those particular type of loans, you have to have a specific amount of money down. So like 20% down. Okay. 20% down. I think the guy was saying that the property cannot be less, yeah, cannot be less than $150,000, but that's still considered personal guarantee. So it's not just on my, it's not just EIN only. It's on my social in the event that I default on it. So what are you telling me, right? Other ways are going to lenders specifically that specifically works with businesses just on business EIN. I taught that inside of my Extreme University. This is why I call that the business credit blueprint. We talked about just about everything, buying properties, what lenders to go to that do not require personal guarantee, business vehicles, business structure, grants, structure, scaling your business, ways to create income on your business. Is so much more information inside of the Extreme University. Hence why when I do this class live, I do it small because there's so much information that people always have questions, and I don't want to be answering $200,000-$300,000, 200-300 people questions when I can just do a class of like 5 or 7 people, right? Keep it smaller. And then once you guys do the replay, it's completely up to you. So yes, continuing to answer your question, EIN only purchases is just that, EIN only purchases. Yes, it's based off of your business credit and your business history. You can also do buying and flipping on the business credit, right? For instance, let's say you did Kava, you go and they give you $10,000. You go and you buy a house because you can find houses for super cheap, right? You buy a house for, I'm just going to put the $10,000 for $10,000. Now you got to flip the house in order for you to resell the house, right? How are you going to flip the house? We're going to utilize companies like Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams for paint, Lowe's, not Fear Figure, Wayfair, right? Those particular vendors, Floor and Decor, right? Those particular vendors that we need the sheetrocking from and the construction stuff from Home Depot, right? We utilize those vendors to flip the house. So now the house is now worth, you bought the house for $10,000, but now the house is worth $200,000. Now that's a great profit. So it's so many different ways on being able to buy a property under your business name, EIN only. But yes, the magic behind it is business credit and business profile. Yes. But that is something that goes into deeper in my Extreme University, where I give you guys credible lenders. Okay. Let's see. I filed my taxes and have I filed my taxes and have for years. Are there any benefits to switch it or leave it as is? What do you mean benefits to what? Let me go back up. Let me see if I missed something. Oh, since I'm rebuilding my business, it is a C corp and I have been since 2018. So again, understanding what a C corp can do for you. Okay, understanding what an S corp can do for you, understanding what a LLC can do for you. LLC is a limited liability company. Okay, when Her Secret Vault started, I was a LLC. As I started making money, my accounting team switched me over to an S corp. Why did they switch me over to an S corp? Because with an S corp, they allow me to do a lot of different things that with LLC sometimes it's a little bit harder to do, right? So we put a management and company that pays my daughter. My daughter works for me. She gets paid $13,400 in this year, $13,400 a year tax free. My business can write that off, right? We do vehicles, we can do properties. Also, when it comes to properties and buying properties in your business name, the more properties you buy, as long as an investment property, is a full tax write-off, right? You will have people that will say, instead of them giving the money to the government, they give their money to their family, right? Like they'll hire their family. Like Shaq talked about it before. Y'all got to get smart and creative with how we're doing this stuff, right? So Shaq talked about his mother working. I think she was making $60,000 a year. She went from making $60,000 a year to $250,000 a year. Guess what? $200,000 a year he paying his mother. He don't have to pay that to the government, right? His sister went from making $70,000 to $500,000 a year. That's $500,000 that he don't have to pay the government because he's legally hiring his family. And the money that he could have been paying taxes on, so that's $250,000 that he could have been paying taxes on, plus an additional $500,000, that's $750,000 that he could have been paying taxes on that he did not have to pay taxes on because he hired his family. Now, because they are adults, it's different from children. Because they are adults and they're over the age of 18, they have to pay state tax, when they run their pay. So you run it through a payroll company, right? You run it through a payroll company, they have to pay like the federal and states and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're now, if let's say $250,000 and they have to pay $50,000 in taxes, that's a lot. But I'm just saying $200,000 and $200,000, $50,000 in taxes, they take home $200,000. That's $200,000. Well, $250 for Shaq, but $250,000 for Shaq that he could have been paying to the government. But he hired people in his family to basically work for him where he don't have to pay that to the government. This is why the rich keep getting richer and they keep saying they're not paying taxes. And a lot of you guys are like, well, how are they doing that? How are they not paying taxes? Well, I'll tell you how we're not paying taxes. We're doing the smart thing. At the end of the year, we know it's the best time to buy. I'm buying any car I can find at the end of the year because that's a tax write-off. Okay? I'm putting my daughter in place. I have one child. I hope to have more in the future. But my daughter is in place. She get paid $13,500 per year tax-free because she's under the age of 18. But how are we doing it? We're doing it through a management company, which is different, right? Because she's under the age of 18. It's not necessarily, it is a payroll because it's a little bit different, but it's not like the average payroll where as an adult, you have to pay all these additional taxes and stuff like state, federal, social security, all that extra stuff, right? She don't got to do all that. She's under the age of 18. It's a write-off for my business, right? So the more things that you're able to write off at the end of the year, the better it is for your business where you don't have taxes to pay, right? Hence why when you find some business owners that kind of get themselves in trouble, not trouble, I won't say trouble, but you will have some business owners, I would say get themselves in trouble where it turns out where they say they go file bankruptcy, right? And when they go file bankruptcy, people are like, oh, you broke, da 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 da. You have no idea. I'll be broke to you any day, okay? Own nothing, control everything. Because while this company might have gotten shut down because I filed bankruptcy or I went broke, I am broke on paper. I am not broke in general. And this is what people don't understand. People love, so there was somebody, it was somebody big who got in trouble for like some sort of fraud. It was like somebody in business, personal credit, something of that nature. I forgot what it was, where they put out a hit on people and da da da. I don't know how true the story is, right? But I know at the end of the day, some people was like trying to get money from them and compensation for whatever. they had no money, but they live in a $2 million mansion. Of course they have money. The money is just hidden from you. The money is just hidden from the public. This is why it's never so quick to judge people, to say, this person went up and then they went broke. They not broke. They broke to the public of the eyes. They have good lawyers. They have good trademarks. They have good trust. They have good holding companies, y'all. Y'all got to understand how this works. We got to smarten up real fast. We got to protect ourselves at any means necessary. Okay. Hey, Patrice, any tips on switching a current vehicles from personal to business? You have to refinance. If you own it outright, then you have to do a bill of sale from your personal to the business. Then you have to go to the DMV and you have it registered in the business name. If it's completely paid off. If it's not paid off, then you need to refinance with another company under the business name. Okay. Can you buy the house with your EIN and live in it yourself? Absolutely. Are you not working for the company? Remember, we have to separate the two. Y'all do not separate the two. Are you working for the company? Of course you're working for the company. The house belonged to the company. You work for the company. The company but the company allowed you, because remember, there's still rent that needs to be paid, right? If there's rent on the house, you still have to pay rent. You're paying the rent. So the company is basically leasing the house to you. Come on, man. Y'all, come on. Let's get this together. Would your child need to be a W? No, they cannot be a W-2 employee. When they're under the age of 18, they're not a W-2 employee. Once they turn 18, then they become a W-2 employee, because to the eyes of the law, they're now 18, right? They're an adult. So yes, then they become a W-2 employees. But under the age of 18, they are considered, they're not W-2 employees. Okay, they're not W-2 employees at the end, under the age of 18. Okay. Tell us, Coach P. I'm just saying. Let's see. I need to talk to you privately. Absolutely, Erica. Let's see. Is there a way to get stuff added to your business credit, like a eCredible for personal? Yes, absolutely. All right, let's go over eCredible, right? Because a lot of y'all are leaving money on the table for eCredible, including me, because I have multiple businesses, so it takes time. So I'm looking to hire somebody else. If you guys are looking for a job, now don't get me wrong. When it comes to my business, I am not lively like this in person, okay? I am very particular about my business, okay? You gotta have a tough skin working for me. Just ask Shantae. No. Yes, so eCredible, right? We're talking about eCredible. So yes, eCredible, right? Yes, eCredible, you can upload. Okay, so eCredible has both business credit and personal credit, okay? You can build both business credit and personal credit with eCredible. But under your business, because you are the president of the company, you can upload all of your personal bills to give the company a boost. So your lights, gas, water, telephone number, because eCredible have over 4,000, they have 4,000 vendors that they work with. It was 3,000 when they started. Now they work with 4,000 vendors. So all you have to do is search the vendors, log into the account, and then it pulls over into eCredible, right? Now, if one of the vendors are not under the $4,000 vendors that they have available, you have to go and add it as it's like an upsell kind of a way. So you have to pay, like, what is it now? Is it $39.99 or $49.99? I think it is, for you to upload things that they don't have in their system. Okay, for things that they don't have in their system, you have to pay for that. So if you have a a paid off car that does not report, you go and you upload it in there and allow it to force report. Okay, but if you are a president, a manager, a CEO, whatever you want to give yourself a title for, you need to go and take all of your personal bills and upload it inside of eCredible, because the business, you work for the business. It's kind of like you giving the business a trade line. So go and upload all your personal bills inside of eCredible, please. I have properties in my business name, but it's not reporting. I have properties in my business name, but it's not reporting. So it's how you have the properties, right? Now you can probably take those leases and upload it into eCredible. There's also companies that, well, this is on the personal side. They do have it on the business side too, like a rent. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I want to say, I'm about to say rent a center, but that's not what it is. But it's basically you can upload your lease with them, and they give it to you as a credit, right? So it's like so on the personal side, if you have a lease, right, your lease should be reporting on your personal credit, especially if it's in good standings. Okay, you will go to companies called, I think it's like Rent My Credit or Rent Lease, something of. It's a whole bunch of different companies. Just Google those companies, and you can reach out to the company. Um, no, swap a lease is for swapping your lease. I'm talking about swap a lease is swapping your lease when it comes to cars. I'm talking about your actual lease for your home. So if you are renting a place right now and you do not have that reporting as a trade line on your personal credit, you have a problem. You should be doing that. Okay. Swap a lease is swapping your lease, your car lease with somebody else. I'm talking about your personal property that you're renting. So if you're renting from me, if you're renting one of my house, the company will reach out to me and say, hey, it's Patrice Jordan, a tenant of yours. We got a lease from her. She would like to report her rent. Has her rent been current? I would say yes, her rent is current. Now they go back and backdate her rent for like a year or 2 year. Now it shows up on her personal credit as a positive trade line. Rent reporters, thank you. That's one of them. Rent reporters, right? That's on the personal side. Make sure that if you're renting a place, go and sign up for company like Rent Reporters, and there's a whole bunch of other companies. I can't think of them offhand because y'all know personal credit and me is different. Y'all ask me about business credit, I got y'all, okay? But Rent Reporters is one of those, right? You can have your rent report as a positive trade line on your credit. Okay. I was starting a C Corp in 2018. I know I will be making money and I no longer have the regular job. Amazing. I was making a lot of money, and with no dependents, the money from the business would be added on top of what I was already paying in tax. I think I just answered my own question, right? Yes, Curtis Jackson has no money. 50 cents does, but exactly. Curtis Jackson has no money, but 50 cents, which is an entity, does, but they are both exactly. They're both protected. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Come on. What's the position? Um, Shantae, what's the position? Rent reporters. Yes, thank y'all so much. Rent reporters. Boom. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Let's see. All right, let me come over here. Can you buy a home? I read that already. What are the benefits of transferring a vehicle owned outright into your business name? What are the benefits? Did you just ask me that? The benefit is it becomes a tax write-off over and over and over again. If it's in a business name, you can write off gas, mileage, the vehicle itself, wrap on the company, oil changes. It's a write-off. It's a major benefits than having it under your personal, right? I will work for you. Just don't yell at me and cook me some doubles and roti. Well, I can't cook. So you coming to the wrong person, okay? Don't come to me to cook because you would starve. Okay. Ask my daughter. I don't own nothing. Exactly. Because y'all, even when y'all get properties, like y'all purchase a property in your personal name, that property needs to go inside of a trust. So you get the deed from the not the secretary, what they call the county people. You get the deed from the county, you put it in a trust. Now you don't own the home, the trust owns the home. So God forbid something happens, you're not getting sued. The trust is not going to get sued. Y'all, come on now. If y'all own a property, it should be in a trust immediately. And also you have to set it up where God forbid, when your time do come, probate court is a witch. Okay, it is a witch where your family fighting over your assets. I don't want none of that. Look, it going. My daughter's blah 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 blah. She needs to make sure she go to college. She get a degree before she get this. Right? It needs to be distributed and put in place because a lot of people pass away without having the proper things in place, and then their family turns into cats and dogs fighting over their money when they weren't around to see you shooting in the gym. Right? But now everybody fighting over your money when you gone. No sense. You can put it in a trust if you have a mortgage. Yes. Yes. Because guess what? The mortgage is who? You paying the mortgage, right? You paying the mortgage, right? You paying the mortgage, right? Come to my class, okay? Come to my class. I'll show you how I did it. It's just about us being educated, y'all. It's about us being educated. All right. All right. Let's take a brief intermission, y'all. Brief intermission. If you guys have not signed up for my September 15th launch party, make sure that you guys click the link in my bio and any of my bios, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Click the link in my bio, click on launch party to sign up for my launch party. What is my launch party? I'm launching 2 paperback books September 15th. I'm excited. And I'm offering the book to you guys as a form of thank you for 99 cents. Okay, the book will be 99 cents for 1 hour. Okay, so from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST time and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the book will be for 99 cents, not $1. 99 cents for 1 hour. Okay, it's 2 books. Vehicle ebook and Airbnb. Ooh, y'all know I got all the sauce. I'm telling y'all, my books, look, I'm even surprised. But guess what? That's why I'm only doing it for 1 hour. Okay? So y'all make sure y'all get a copy for your auntie, uncle, cousin, friend, brother, sister. Okay? Click the link in my bio. It'll be the first link that says launch party. I want y'all to join me September 15th. We're going to party on live. We're going to have some fun. And then we're going to have a 1 hour appreciation for my community. Okay. So make sure that you guys go sign up. Thank you, Shantae girl, for the duck. No. Right. So it's going to be 99 cents, y'all. All right. Okay. Let's see. So this person said, can you build a house from the ground up with EIN only? If you building the house from the ground up, then you own it. You just have to put the proper things in place, right? So when you're saying the ground up on the EIN only, that's you utilizing your own money. Not necessarily you going to the banks, unless you go to banks that do no documentation loans, or unless you talk to hard money lenders, or unless you talk to banks that do EIN only lending, right? Absolutely. But if you're going to build a house on the ground up and utilize EIN only, if you have the money, it's not really going on the personal or business. You can title out the house however you want to. You can title it in your business, you can title it in your personal. It's all about where the money coming from. So y'all have to understand where the money comes from either turns it into personal or not personal. Okay. So when you go buy a house, you go to lenders, right? The lenders look at your social. This is why it turns into personal guarantee, because that particular lender made it personal guarantee. But have you been going to lenders that is not looking at personal guarantee? It's straight EIN. You have to understand what turns things into personal guarantee. It's the lenders. If I have the business credit and I'm building a house from the ground up, I'm just hiring the people myself. Obviously, you got to go get your permits and stuff with the city and make sure everything falls into coding and stuff like that. Well, not you, because the builder should be able to do that. But if I'm hiring a builder, that's my property. The property don't belong to anybody. It doesn't belong to the bank. So why would I need to personal guarantee it as long as I'm able to pay my builders? Y'all done got her started. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, let's see. I feel like I'm missing. What are some websites? Oh, okay. I know I was missing. What are some good websites or places to look for houses? I have that all inside of my course. Look for houses. Okay, so when you say look for houses, tell me what you're looking to do. Are you looking to buy a house? Because you know you can go to Zillow as well and look for properties as by owners only, and then reach out to the owners, not the real estate agent. Reach out to the owners, let them know that you're looking to buy their property, and you can buy it EIN only, right? Because all the owner care about is getting their money. There's so many different sites, so many different. Shantae, go into that book and drop me 3 sites offhand. I can't think of most of them offhand, but the regular sites that you guys think that's not possible, it is possible. So like Zillow, Craigslist. Listen, I would never recommend buying a house on Craigslist, but people do it all the time. Okay. Let's see. If your business is not making money, but you have monthly business expenses and you're using personal money to pay business expenses, is there a proper way to borrow from yourself to pay for the business expense? Absolutely. Let me break it down for you. Okay, let me break it down for you. If your business is not making money, you are utilizing your personal money to fund the business. What is the difference of the bank giving you money to fund your business versus you funding the business, right? There's no difference. If you give the money, if the bank give your business the money, the bank wants its money back, right? You give the business money, you should want your money back. It's called an owner's loan. Everybody should be writing a check to the business, right? The check should say, Her Secret Vault owner's loan. You deposit that money into your business account. When the business do start making you money, your accounting team should be familiar with this, right? But if they're not, you let your accounting team know that you give the business $50,000. You get your money back. Now you can write a check into yourself. You can write a check from the business back to yourself saying owner's reimbursement. Okay. If you're doing a transfer from your business account into your from your personal account into your business, you should have a memo that says owner's loan. So when that money comes back to you into your personal, it says owner's reimbursement. Don't just put money into the business to not expect to get your money back. Anytime I fund my business through merchant funding or whatever, I tell my accounting team, hey, I put $70,000 into the business today. That money it can, 2 things can happen. If the business did not make enough money for me to get my money back, it's a tax write-off, right? It's now connected as a negative $70,000. It became a deduction for me, right? It became a deduction for my business. The business lost $70,000 because it did not have the money to pay me back for that year, right? The following year, if the business made the money, I'm getting my money back one way or the other because you didn't have it this year to pay me, but you had it the following year to pay me. So always think of that, y'all. You are not the business and the business is not you. I want you guys to remember that you are not the business and the business is not you. I cannot stress that enough. You are not the business and the business is not you. Anytime you spend money in the business as the president, not the owner, as the president, the business owes you money. It's considered an owner's loan. Okay, Zapier, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. These are all places you can go and get up and buy a home. Thank you, Shantae. Whoa, I finally catch you live. I purchased a 2024 Business Credit Masterclass. I am building tier 1. I had to experience updating my business account. So let me tell you, I'm gonna share a little secret with y'all, okay? So can you can you tell me if you got 4 videos in that program and when did you buy it? Okay, did you get 4 videos in that program and when did you buy it? I know I cannot cook, y'all. Don't come to me. My mother and my sister would tell y'all all day, I cannot cook. I am responsible every year for the alcohol. Okay, that's it. Don't see the link. You click the link in my bio. You click the link in my bio. Any one of my pages, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and it's there. I'm gonna drop it in the chat for y'all. I'm on the wrong page. Shante, can you drop that link over here for them, please? It's literally the first link. It will say book launch party waitlist. That's the link right there. Who was I talking to? T, are you still here? Okay. Here's a tip. Okay, let me see what tip y'all gonna give them. Let me maybe read it in my head first before I read it out loud. Um. mm, yes, but there's some clause there. Okay, I'm not gonna read it out too loud. There's some clause there there's some clause there. All right, you gotta be careful with that. But yes and no. There's a clause there. Because you can actually get in trouble for that, depending on how you do it. So I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes, I'm just saying how you do it. I just dropped the 99 cents link in the comment. Should your business have more than one business bank accounts, like for each LLC? Absolutely. I have, for one business, I have a couple of bank accounts, right? There's a strategic stuff behind it. I don't use it the way people do it, like getting loans from here. I've not done that yet. Okay. Yet. Because I didn't have a need to, but I do have the flexibility in the event that I want to do that. Absolutely. Let's see. I wasn't able to enter my email address when I was signing up. You should be able to enter your email. The link is jumping, not letting me put my information. All right, Shante will take care of it for y'all. What is the difference between the president and the owner? Managing member. Great question. Okay. President works for the company. Owner owns the company. Managing member works for the company. See the difference? President is a position in the company. Owner is the person who created the company. Managing member is a position in the company. When you get a job, if you are in, let's say you get a security job, the security company has security officers. That is a position in the job. The company also have managers. That's a position in the job. So the company hires managers. They hire employees. They hire a CEO to run the company, right? For instance, what company was it? Is it Popeyes? Was it Popeyes that just hired a 34-year-old Black CEO? It's a position that they gave to him, right? Was it Popeyes? I don't know if it was Popeyes, but I think the guy's like 34, 37 or something like that. He's a CEO of the company. Or it might have been, it wasn't Chick-fil-A. It was one of the fast food chains that just hired a Black CEO. I think he's about like 37 years old. CEOs get fired. CEOs step up and down companies. CEOs can get demoted. CEOs can get fired. Owners own it. Owners cannot get fired. Who's firing the owner, right? Hence why when you have major corporations, they hire CEOs. CFOs, COOs, managing members, partners, managers of the company, right? So in the event something happened with one manager, the COO fires the manager and hires somebody else. In the event that something happens with the CEO, the board of directors get together and fire the CEO. The board of directors could include a manager, a CFO, a partner, right? They get together and they fire the CEO. Stepping up and step down. Those are positions versus you saying that you own the company. Hence why when people with real big multi-million-dollar companies, when they sell their company, they have the option to either stay on as a CEO, or the company gives them a big check and say, thank you very much. It was nice doing business with you. Now there's another CEO of the company. Make sense? Okay, let's see. When I switch my car into my business name, will it be a single title transfer for a $1 purchase amount to void high taxes? Yeah, you can do that. That's what I did. Because you have to sell the car to the business. Yes. You can sell it for 50 cents. No, I think the minimum is $1. Well, thank you so much. You are basically, thank you so much. Wait. Thank you. So you basically hired yourself if you are an owner. Exactly. You're no longer an owner. You are collecting a paycheck. Okay. You are the president of the company. So if you become the president, you can now hire a CEO of the company. The president hire a CEO. Then the CEO the president is a CEO. So I meant to say COO. They hire a COO. Now the COO hires a CFO. And now the COO hires a managing member. And then the COO hires a manager. And then the COO hires a secretary, right? Then the COO hires a graphic person. And the CEO hires a Shantae, or whatever, right? So you work for the company. This is why you collect a paycheck. This is why it's not wise for you guys to be like, I own it. I own it. I own it. I own it. I'm suing you. You own it, right? You said you own it. In the event of something like that, I am just a COO. I'm going to retire myself, okay? The business has an EIN and the business is on its own. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I stepped down from my position. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was only the COO of this company. I resigned. Here, I give the company my letter of resignation. The company is on its own. It is. I resigned. Hence why you have CEOs, CFOs, COOs, managing members resigning from companies. I purchased the day before yesterday. I worked overnight, but I haven't been able to open it up in the email because I have been so busy. I know it's no good excuse. So T, here's the thing, right? You got lucky. My team made a real big error. Okay? You got lucky because if you got, that's why I was so stressed out today. And Shantae behind got to be like, she's her religious where she off on Saturdays. She had me going crazy. Okay. You lucked up. What you were supposed to purchase was the 2024 Sam's Club hack. My team made a mistake and they added the business credit blueprint from 2 years ago. So now you got a $3,000 program for $97. I almost lost my entire mind. But I said, you know what? We can't go back and take it away from the people. It's not y'all fault that my team messed up. It wasn't y'all fault. So everybody in the last day or two, thank God there was not that many people. Shante said, child. So for the people in the last couple of days, like I said, thank God it was not a lot of y'all that went and thought that y'all was getting the Sam's Club hack, y'all got more than the Sam's Club hack. Y'all got a gym. Let me tell y'all when I started on my end today, how I was. Listen, okay, I'm now calming down for my nervous breakdown I almost had today. So you definitely got lucky, okay? You're welcome. Y'all, that was a, and again, you got to be fair to people. You can't go back and take away people access to be like, oh, my team made a mistake. They put the wrong course in there. It is what it is. Hence why when y'all go to the site now, it's not there. Because we got to make sure we put the proper course in there, which is supposed to be the Sam's Club hack. But when I went and I looked at it, because I was like, something is not right here. They literally give y'all my $3,000 course for $97. So realistically, what you paid for was a Sam's Club hack. You didn't get that. You got my 4-week program from 2 years ago. It is what it is. So you cannot own the company and be the managing member. Bridget, you can, but okay, so let me teach in a different way. Okay. So can you own the company and be a managing member? You can. However, my question to you is, why would you want to do that? And the reason I say why you will want to do that is simply because of this. Have you ever heard the saying, own nothing, control everything? Because as a managing member, you can still have the majority shares, all right? Or the CEO, the COO, you can still have the majority shares. So you can have 51% of the shares while the COO has 49% of the shares. You still control everything, but you own nothing. You don't own the business in general, okay? You protecting yourself from liability, okay? You're protecting yourself from liability in the event that somebody decides to sue the business. You are just a managing member or a CEO, somebody who can represent the company. Okay. So, yes, but again, why would you want to do that is my question. Coach be dropping so much game. Thank you. Thank you. So it's for the LLC, a member. So it's for an LLC, a member managed LLC. What about it? Right. Definitely lucky you. Lucky you. Okay. Because y'all don't know how I was like, Shantae, I understand that you got religious stuff going on, but I need you right now. Right now. All types of freaking out. Okay. Connecting the wrong course. And it wasn't even her, it was my website guy. He lucky he answered the phone. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. No more questions? Shantae said it's funny now, but honey, it definitely was not funny a couple of hours ago, okay? I was looking real different. Coach, I'm stuck on tier 1. I have NAV Prime Card, eCredible, Fair Figure, and several others. My experience score is 84. My NAV with NAV, but only 2 vendors are reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. Yeah. So that happens sometimes. Let me give you some reason as to why, right? Did you make an address change? Because if you made a business address change and you did not update it into the proper places, they don't know where to report it, right? How long ago did you get these vendors? Because it could be new, right? It could be new where it hasn't reported just yet. Another thing is that you could be putting your shipping address as your billing address, and then not knowing where to have the trade line report to, right? So it could be a multiple of different things as to why. You would just have to kind of tell me what's happening, right? But it's a lot of different things. So sometimes that's a profile breakdown. I can actually look at your account and see what's happening, right? Somebody said, leave Shantae alone. LOL. She keeps the she keeps a Sabbath. Yeah. You know what? I had to be patient. I had to wait until she was finished to be like, girl, what's going on? So I don't know what you're doing wrong, right? So it could be multiple different things. Double tap the screen, guys. Yes, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for the likes. I appreciate it. About Lee Shante alone. Okay, I will go back and look at it. Thanks. You're welcome. You are very welcome. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Absolutely. So the LLC is an entity separate from its owner. Yes, it's an entity separate from its owner. Of course, it's an entity separate from the owner. The LLC has an EIN. It stands alone. Hence why we can get vehicles under the business EIN only without attaching our social. The social is for the president, the CEO, the manager, whoever is put in place, right? Hence why we can do properties under the business EIN only, because the business has built itself up to stand alone and do not need a personal guarantee. Do you teach funding on business? Do you teach funding on business credit cards? Funding on business credit card? Explain to me what you mean. Do you okay, something's out of place. Do you, I'm assuming, do you teach funding on business credit cards? Explain to me what you mean. We do a bunch of different things when it comes to business credit card. If you're talking about funding like liquidating and turning into cash, fintech funding, but what about business credit cards? So you said, do you teach funding on business credit card? What do you mean funding on business credit card? That's like really broad. Are you trying to liquidate the credit card? Are you trying to get credit cards and be able to buy some stuff with the credit cards? So you got to explain to me a little bit more what you're trying to say. When I sign up for the LLC, should I use my mailing address, a corporate address, same for EIN? Can you rewrite that? Getting credit cards. So credit cards is part of the tier. So tier 4 credit cards. You can also do fintech credit cards. You can also do merchant type corporate credit cards, right? So that's all part of the tiers. Yes, I taught that in my Extreme University. My business credit ebook also have that steps like tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. When I sign up for my LLC, should I use my mailing address? I'm assuming that you meant or a corporate address, same for EIN. So Whitney, your mailing address, which is your home address, is public information. Anytime you put that on your corporate documentation, it becomes public information. Anybody can look up your business right now and say Whitney Williams LLC, or she lives at 2252 Marietta Boulevard, Atlanta, Georgia. Are there business? I can't see somebody else comment because that heart, there's always this heart in the corner that's blocking some of the words that you guys are saying. Can somebody else drop a comment for me so I can see what they're saying? I'm assuming it's business credit card. Thank you, Shante. Are there business credit cards that don't require personal guarantee? Yes, there's tons of them. There's corporate credit cards. There's fintech credit cards. There's tier 4 credit cards, meaning that you have to go through tier 1, 2, 3. When you get to tier 4, they should not require personal guarantee if done right. Absolutely. Hey coach, why would my fear figure, somebody else comment, I can't see in the corner for chosen. Thank you. Hey coach, why would my fear figure be showing a 1 for some reason? A 1 where? In your in the left hand side? Is it showing a 1 in the left-hand side? If it's showing a 1 in the left-hand side, that just means that the system does not have enough information for you just yet. So remember, Fair Figure is sort of like a nav also. They do monitoring. So they actually help you build out your profile if there's something wrong with your profile. Got you. Thank you so much. No, don't do that. Right. Absolutely. Do not put your home address on anything. It is public information. Okay. All right, y'all. Any additional questions here? All right. No more questions? Dang, we've been here for 2 hours. I love it. What are some good resources? Is there anything after that? What are some good resources? I'm assuming to learn more about LLCs. What are you trying to learn about LLC? You just got to be a little bit more specific. Um, do you still have the ebook on fintech credit cards? We still have it. I don't think we offer it anymore. Shantae, do we have that on the website? I don't think we have it on the website. We should have it on the website, so I don't know why it's down. Not right now. Is it being redesigned, Shantae? Let's see. Your EIN, SSN, and there is another one has the same amount of numbers. ITIN. What are some good resources to learn more about LLC? Oh, what are you trying to learn about LLCs? It's being redesigned. So that fintech ebook is being redesigned, guys. Make a corporate address before making LLC is signing up for EIN. No. EIN is something different. Corporate address is like an office space. So like an office space, a co-working space. Okay. So you have to get an actual address, such as like your home address, right? So when you go and you apply for your Secretary of State documentation and your EIN documentation, what is it asking you for your address? So that's why most of you guys end up putting your home address on there, right? You end up putting your home address on there because you don't have any other address to use. Do you have another question? Do you have another question? Another question? Huh? Yes. So yes, you have to get a corporate address before. What do you mean? Do you have another question? Oh, I do have another question. I'm like, what? Y'all stop, Kimberly, stop dropping. I have another question. Just ask the question. Because then you say I have another question, and then I end up ending the live because you didn't ask me nothing. Everything, how to operate and run an LLC is beneficial. It's benefits. Oh, yes. So here's the thing. Tomorrow I have the CEO of Laughlin. Oh, y'all gonna love the business credit blueprint, y'all. Y'all gonna love it. But tomorrow, a part of that class, I have the CEO of Laughlin Associates who deal with LLCs, incorporation, corporate kits. He's coming in tomorrow to tell you guys, explain to you guys the importance of LLCs and corporate kits and stuff like that. And that will be available on Monday. That is the Extreme University, okay? So yes, tomorrow is the last day and it will be available for sale on Monday. Let's see. You're welcome. If you do use your home Addy, y'all on the Addy, on the business document, can you always change that such as documents with the iris? Yes, you can, but here's the thing. Why would you want to do that, right? So for one, it's public information, okay? Two, what happens is that if you start building business credit with your Addy, like you guys like to say it, and then you now change that information with your Secretary of State and IRS, it's going to confuse the system. So like the person who right now who are having issues with their trade lines, right? I think they said they had about 5 trade lines, but only 2 is reporting. It could be because they changed their Addy, right? So with them changing the Addy and they already built up a certain amount of online presence with this other Addy, right? Now the system is confused. It does not know where to report because now they're putting on their vendors, let's say Shantae Davis LLC, right? Now Shantae Davis is utilizing 252 West 96th Street Augusta, Georgia, and her home address was 952 Atlanta, Georgia. It confuses the system. So why would you want to do that? Put the information. Yes, Addie. I learned that from my daughter. Yeah, address because I was like, what is an Addie? Um, but put the proper information on your documentation right away so you do not confuse the system. Confusing the system slows you down for building business credit. Um, since I am a C corp, can I put other businesses under that business? Absolutely, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you this guy you can follow, man. That listen. My apologies is a corporation and not an LLC, and the filing at C corp. Yep. So C corps are best for like holding company types. Okay. You can put other businesses under C. So yes, C corps are very different. Okay, very very different. It didn't confuse me. C corps are very very different. Yes, you can put businesses under the C corp, but then you have the main company. But it's how you're going to use it. How are you going to operate it? Kimberly, it seems like you may know how to do that, but I'm not going to guess. Okay. You want to make sure that you're utilizing that the right way because a C corp is a beast. Okay. It's different from an S corp. It's a beast. So make sure that you're utilizing that C corp correctly, sis. You can put yourself in a position to win. Okay. Yes, it is. I have had it since 2018. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome. I am in the process of changing my PLLC name before I go second tier because it has health in the name. Where do you suggest I start? Same exact thing. Secretary of State, IRS. Okay. If you're in tier one, then you want to update that with the tier one vendors as well. You want to make sure you update it with the Business Bureau, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. I'm TransUnion. Sorry, Dun and Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. Okay. LOL. Can you coach for us time and knowledge? No one question. Do you remember buying trade lines for your business and when should you? So I talked about this yesterday. I never bought trade lines for my business only because Dun and Bradstreet flagged those things, right? So for instance, I don't know if the person is on today, but I had somebody who was on yesterday. They said they bought a trade line for $900. Okay. The trade line only reported to Dun and Bradstreet. It gave them an instant paydex score, like it was a couple of days for the paydex score, right? But besides that, it did nothing for them, right? For us to build business credit utilizing subscription based in 2024, it's under $100. It's going to report within 3 weeks to a month. You bought a $900 trade line that popped up that give you a paydex score in a couple of days, but it did nothing for you in the long run. You have no experience score, no Equifax score. That was a waste of your money when you could have just waited another 2 weeks to get proper trade lines that's going to report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So I don't personally recommend that. Whatever you decide to do on your end, unless it's a trade line that's like a couple of thousands of dollars, okay? Make it make sense, y'all. 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 trade lines. Those are the type of trade lines I'll buy. Have I ever bought them? No, I didn't have a need to buy them, right? But if I had to, I would buy trade line with substance. I think the person said that they bought a trade line that was like a age medical bill or something like that. I don't see how, besides giving you a paydex score, I don't see how that was a good buy. Give me $1 million trade line. I'll buy it. It got to make sense. Listen, load for loads. As C Corp, as a holding company, that's going to take me too long. That is a whole nother beast. Okay. Even with your stock certificate, you can take the stock certificate and take it to the bank and get listen, y'all. I can't get into that. That is a whole nother ball game. That's stuff that people are not ready for yet. I can't get into that. Listen. A C Corp, look, Kimberly even saying, yes, ma'am. People don't understand what those stock certificate in the back of those C Corp means. They don't understand what it means. Kimberly said, preach, coach. I'm telling y'all, they don't understand what it means. You can take that stock certificate showing that you are 100% owner of this company. Money, money, money. Right. Take it to the bank and get a loan. Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ. I can't, y'all. Listen, listen. C Corps are different, okay? And depends on who you learn C Corp from. Money, money, money. I can't. Kimberly, I almost took my hat off. I forgot I ain't got my hair done. That's a whole nother ball game, okay? Let's see. Can you put a nonprofit under a corporation? No. Create an ebook. I will in due time. In due time, okay? What was the question? Can you put a nonprofit where? Can you put a nonprofit under a C Corp? Kimberly, I don't recommend it, okay? Can you do it? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I know that. So listen, there's some sort of loophole to that. It's on a whole. Just no. Just no. I just say no. Okay. I didn't think so. Let's see. What good vendor accounts for Experian and Equifax? So remember we talked about those beginning vendors. NAV reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. eCredible reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. Fair Figure reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. And there's so much more companies like gas cards and so on and so forth. We do have a vendors playbook. It should be up on the site. I think it's called Vendors Playbook, where we give you vendors for Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax, okay? A lot more vendors. So if you're interested in that, you can go to bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com and get that ebook, all right? Let's see. LOL, thank you, Coach, for the time and knowledge. One more question. Do you recommend buying? Oh, I read that already. Hey, Coach, can you please confirm if I should be applying for a business credit card or applying for Net 30 in Tier 2 companies such as Lowe's? So those are not business credit cards. I mean, they can be considered, but you want to label those as retail, okay? Retail. Credit cards are Tier 4. Business credit vendors. Yes, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. Thank you. So yes, we have a business credit vendors ebook that give you vendors for Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Thank you. Can you tell me the guy you recommend following for the corporation? I got to tell you in silent, Kimberly, because game changer. Okay, game changer. I'm still learning, and my head is spinning. Okay, my head is spinning. But you got to be equipped. Okay, you got to be equipped. She said understood. Lowe's to Lowe's said I want to know too. I'm gonna tell y'all. What's his name? Where's my other phone? Dang it. I tell y'all. Let's see here, Coach. Can you please confirm if I should be okay? So Tier 2 is retail. No, not Mac. No. Thank you so much. So there's another guy too. What's his name? I have his book. Is his name Mac? Is another guy. The guy with all a set of tattoos and stuff like that. Like he white, but he identify as black. I don't know. I do not. Ooh. More creators want to co-host. What? Thank you, but no thank you. Let's see. Yeah, no, he's white, but he identifies black. His girlfriend, black, everything. Kevin, no. I don't know the tattoo guy. Go on. She said, go on. But his information is saucy. Even when it comes to vehicles under your business. Look, game changer. Okay, game changer. Whole nother level game changer. I haven't even brought that out yet. 2025, we moving different. Okay. So that's why I'm doing all these courses, business credit and stuff like that. So people can go back and watch all that stuff. But when we pivot in 2025, oh man, I told y'all that last year. I said when we pivot in 2024, it's gonna be different. 2024 been different. He does credit as well. Who? Let's see. Let me go over here. I spoke with Wayne. He's getting me set up. Yes, chosen. And yeah, Wayne is so nice. I heard you speak about the minority certificate in the previous video. Is that something we should be looking into as a new business? Absolutely. Absolutely. Money, 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 money. Money. Absolutely. No, not Derek. I know it. I know about Derek, not him. No, 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 not Derek. Derek is black. No, he's black. He's actually black. This guy is white, but he identifies as black. Um, let's see. Lease on business cars is up in November. Lease on business car is up in November 2024. Spoke to a finance officer and I said I wanted no money down and less months payment. I have an LLC. Thank you for that advice. I have to lease another car. Yes, yes, absolutely. I was asking if the guy does credit. If so, I think I know who you're talking about. Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. Let's see. Can you get an operation? Can you get an operations or occupy license with a virtual office address? Remember, I am new to this. Load, still trying to get the name. I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad at it. Okay, let me go back to that question. He's laughing with he's hanging with a lot blacks and does a lot of business with some celebrities. Um, Tell me who you're talking about. I tell you. I tell you if it's right. We can give it to them. We don't keep information. um, Let me see. I was reading a comment over here. Um, can you get an operation or occupable license with a virtual office? I'm not sure what you're asking or what you're trying to do, I should say. Not asking, but what you're trying to do. Remember, I'm new here. No problem. Uh, with a virtual office? No, no. I mean, no. What are you trying to do? No, no. So you can get a lease with them, but remember, it's corporate address. Corporate address. Okay. When getting a toll-free number with a vanity toll-free flag or call or cause issues or are they um you got me on that one. Let me see 1 second. Oh no, you can't do that. So you just called it something totally different. So if you use e-voice, yes. If you use e-voice, that's a little bit different. Yes. And they also report. So yes, that's a little bit different. How can I build business credit fast if I have 100K in funding to invest without doing? Oh, y'all comment so fast. Let's see. Where is the comment? How can I build? How can I build business credit fast if I have 100K in funding to invest without doing all the small vendor credits? So how can you build business credit fast if you have 100K to invest? I would not invest 100K into building business credit. I would invest 100K into buying some properties, 3 or 4 properties, and making money off of them. Okay. But since you asked, if you have the funds, what you can do is, even with the fintech credit card companies, you can just connect your bank account to it so they can see that you're making money. So if you have $100,000, they'll probably give you $70,000 to $80,000 per company, right? Per fintech company, because it's really based off of your finances as well, right? So that's one way you can get it fast. But if you have $100,000 to invest, if you're looking to invest to put back into something, that's not the route to go. I would recommend maybe fintech for you to be able to get more money on top of the money. Also, what you can do is liquidate that $100,000 through a merchant system and be able to get more credit with them. So now you get your $100,000 with them, plus you can get, let's see what they give, like $80,000 with merchant, right? That magic merchant money. Somebody said, let Coach P do it. My goal is $200,000 in business funding. I need to do it fast. Should I get high limit? Should I get high limit secure business credit cards? If your goal is $200,000 in business funding, I need to do it fast. Should I get high limit secured business credit card? If you get high limit secured business credit card, that is PGing it. You're trying to move fast, y'all. Sometimes moving fast is not the way to get the money, especially if you want to do no PG. Do you have the $200,000? Or no, you say your goal is $200,000 in business credit. The fastest way to do that is, if business is making money, you can liquidate and turn it into magic merchant money, or you can get fintech, which will give you credit for what you have, for what you're making already. Hey, Coach, is BOJ Properties LLC a red flag? Yeah, we broke down your whole business. You might have got off the live when we talked about it, so you might want to come back in and watch. We did a whole breakdown on your business name. I done talked about your business name like 12 different times. Which banks would you recommend for 2025? I want to develop other LLCs in 2025. We got a whole list. Truist, PNC, any local credit unions in your area. Dang it, I don't got my vision board in front of me. Usually I can just BMO. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone is over here. BMO, Novo, any local credit unions, Truist Bank, PNC Bank, and the list goes on. Yes, property is a red flag. We literally did a whole breakdown on your business. Yes, properties is a red flag. Coach, I cannot find him. I think I follow him on Instagram. Yeah. Where is my phone? Oh, you know what? I can pull up my Instagram right here. Oh, wait, you might have been right. You might have been right. Y'all ready for this? Y'all learning about to blow y'all whole mind. Somebody actually said the name in the chat. You were right. But there's also another guy with that same name, and he's the one with all the tattoos, but I wasn't talking about him. Thank you much for the bank information. You're welcome. Load for loads. You ready? Right. Yup. So his name is Derek P. Whitehead. Y'all go follow him on Instagram, okay? Y'all about to have y'all whole mind blown with the way that this man teach how to get money. Don't say I did not give this to y'all, okay? Do not say I did not give this to y'all. Because when 2025 hit and the things that y'all gonna be hearing me talking about, y'all gonna be like, what? Mm-hmm. Yep. Someone commented in live were flooded to protect the community. Oh yes, he's OG, original gangster. Okay, absolutely. He has a live every Thursday. Yes. I'll be on there, y'all. Y'all gonna see me. I'm getting the book. His book is $50 on Amazon. Look, well spent. Okay, money well spent. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, he's a game changer. Those are people that you want to connect with now. Okay, now. I'm trying to figure out how to learn from him closely. I need to figure out how much I need to spend. Okay. I need to figure out how much I'm gonna spend. I know it's gonna be a pretty penny, but guess what? It is worth every penny. Yep, I've been following him. Yep. Worth every penny, y'all. I've been trying to go through all the loopholes and figuring out how the heck I can get into his class. But every time you go to his page, it's just like it takes you to like his free classes. I don't want the free stuff. Let me know how I can get in there. Yes, Derek P. Whitehead. Yep. I have some notes and he dropped. Yes. I don't know how I found this man, but let me tell y'all, baby, I'm going to be unstoppable in 2025. Okay. 2 more years before I retired. How many of y'all coming with me? Okay. 2 more years before I retire. I want to retire before I turn 40. Okay. He lives by me. Tell me where you live. I'll come visit. No. But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm coming with you, right? We all going together at this point. Like, listen, sir, we brought together a whole class of people. We gonna stand outside your house for you to teach us, okay? I'm coming with you, Cole. Yes, let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. He's in San Diego. I don't know if he's in San Diego. I'm not sure. But I know, y'all, go watch his YouTubes, go watch his Instagram. Y'all gonna lose sleep watching this man. The way that he teaches, y'all gotta be woke for this, right? But this masonry been around for years, centuries, right? Centuries they've been around. The Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's, and these are look, masonry been around for a very long time. Because their teaching is very, it's not unethical, but their teaching is just different. Somebody said email. Look, I don't know the lingo over here now, so I can't tell. I don't know the lingo, okay? I don't know the lingo. Man, craziness. All right, y'all, we've been on here for 2 hours and 22 minutes, okay? It was fun, okay? What is it? Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all, we've been here for 2 hours and 33 minutes, so I'll be back with y'all tomorrow. Okay, same time tomorrow. We're going to stay dedicated. We're going to stay committed. Write y'all questions down. Have y'all questions available for me for tomorrow. Okay? And thank y'all. Y'all always rocking out with me. Make sure that you guys go sign up to get your your book for 99 cents on September 15th. Okay, that's next Sunday. You guys do not want to miss this. Okay? The teachings are on point. If you know, you know. Absolutely, Kimberly. If you know, you know. Absolutely on point. If you know, you know. Okay? All right. So I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, same time. We might as well stick with 6 p.m. because I'll be trying to get here at 5 o'clock, but it ain't working, y'all. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Launch party information. It's link in the bio, but let me drop it here for you. Oh, that's not it. Link in the bio should be the first link in the bio, and it will say launch party. Make sure y'all come with y'all drinks, okay? Make sure y'all come with y'all drinks. We're going to have a party, okay? Okay, I'm going back to my vehicle challenge. Good night. Yes, Kimberly, good night. Make sure you join the 5-day vehicle challenge Facebook group, because you definitely want to be in that as well too. Okay. When banks give you funding and want to see the money in your business account first, will they give you funding based on balance in your account, or do they need to see strictly business transaction? Uh, oh, that's a different question. So it's not necessarily banks. So that's a little bit different, right? So with the fintech side of it, they just want to see that you're making money, right? Depending on how much money you make, let's say you make $10,000 a month, it's not about what's showing in your bank account, it's what comes through your bank account. All right. Hence why we can actually also liquidate our own cards. If you have $6,000 in, or not 6,000, um, 10, $20,000 in business and not business credit, just credit in general. Remember, owner's loan. So you run it through the business and the business pays you back, right? But now that's created income for the business with it. Look, that's a whole nother gem. I can't look, whole nother gem. Okay. Do you recommend buying tax deeds for over-the-counter deeds in Georgia? Absolutely. That I got into that in Georgia. I'm not Georgia, in Vegas. It's definitely, you got to have the time to spend on that. So I actually took my daughter to one of those, and it was informative, right? But the people was kind of like pushy, didn't really know about no PG business credits, like, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. So I end up not going with that particular company, but absolutely. That's why I opened my company in Michigan, because that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm coming with you. Yes. Gotcha. Absolutely. Amazing. I already did. Okay, great, Kimberly. Okay, amazing. All right, y'all. Let's wrap it up, y'all. We're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I just want to say thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that you guys go click the link in the bio, sign up for the launch party. Make sure you guys get your business credit ebook, y'all. Brand new book, brand new information. We got vendors, we got corporate addresses for every single city and state. Okay. This is a real life, right? Right. A real life. Absolutely. We're going to keep it real all 2024 and beyond. All right, y'all, let's go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. PST time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for rocking out with me. Bring your questions tomorrow and every other day that we're going to be on here. Bring your questions, okay? I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much. As a reminder, Bosses Build Business Credit. I'll talk to you guys soon. Nighty night. Night night. All right, TikTok. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. YouTube. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me and allowing me to teach y'all. All right. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much. As a reminder, Bosses Build Business Credit. I'll see you guys tomorrow.